going on, guys? Bengal King here, coming back at you with another video. I'm actually currently live on Twitch doing a rebuild in front of what appears to be a little over 550 viewers. So if you guys are not familiar with my Twitch, might as well go down in the description. People are always asking me questions that are answered in the description, like, wow, you stream? You have a Twitter? You have an Instagram? What's the outro song, Bengal? All these things have been in the description for years at this point. So everything you need is down there. Make sure to follow me on Twitch and all that good jazz. And if you want to save yourself $20 when you buy tickets, might as well use code Bengal on SeatGeek. Now, that's your call, obviously. But we're doing a realistic rebuild of the Carolina Panthers today. So when it comes to it, chat's going to help me out with maybe on who to draft. Maybe I don't know, what does this team need? Some safeties. Grant Delpit maybe is available. Maybe we go after him. In free agency, maybe we bring Miles Jack, pair him with Luke Kuechly and Shaq Thompson. There are a number of different options, but I think it should be a whole lot of fun. We got Riverboat Ron. Maybe we'll even have Chad help me out with a coach name. I think I'm going to edit this up a little bit, and I will try to be fairly active with the rest of the chat, but we'll see what we can do. Well, here's the thing that I have, guys, is it's not, I don't do a random coach name. I try to do like a joke, like you could do something with Riverboat Ron or Cam Newton, or like sometimes I'll do a reference or like a pun on a player who used to play for the team. We could do something with like Cam Newton not jumping on the fumble, not falling on the ball. Yeah, we could do something like that, but what would it be? I feel like there's a lot more pressure when I'm on the spot. I usually come up with these really quick. Here's the problem, is like when I've done so many of these, I run out of jokes. Let's see. I want to choose a good one. See, Scam Newton, like there's just nothing going on there. It's like I feel like I've done something like that, and that's easy, you know. Give me my laptop back. I like that. I honestly like that a lot. If you guys didn't know, Cam Newton stole laptops at Florida and got kicked out. And then he went to Blinn College and then Auburn. I've done Fig Newton before. Like, there's no joke there, but people loved it. Black Carolina Panther. Okay, what's the name of, was T'Challa or something? T'Challa. What's T'Challa's name in Black Panther? What's his full name? Prince T'Challa? I might just do that. And then you guys will think it's like Black Panther. The Panthers, Cam Newton. Let's do that. It's like not that great, but welcome to this channel. Antonio back says, there's a lot of lag. You should get better internet. Probably. Alright, so if I didn't explain it earlier, this is a realistic style rebuild, which means that we're not going to do a bunch of crazy trades, really, but we're going to build around what they have, and that's going to be Cam Newton, who is getting a little bit older now, 30 years old, still should be good to stay around 84 overall. I hope he doesn't regress too much. It's kind of weird with quarterbacks. I hope that he doesn't, but he might. Christian McCaffrey, one of the best backs in the NFL. He's, of course, superstar X Factor. And this is a really solid team overall. There just are some older players that we are going to have to replace. Greg Olsen probably being one of them. He's an 89 overall, yet he is into his mid-30s at this point. And it's just a player I need to upgrade upon. Because even though he's super, super talented, 34 years old, coming off of injury, doesn't have a face scan at all. But we got DJ Moore, beast receiver, Curtis Samuel in here. You know, running back room isn't great outside of McCaffrey. We have Cameron Artis-Payne, Jordan Scarlett, Elijah Holyfield. A lot of young running backs here. Torrey Smith, Jairus Wright, or Jarius, I think he pronounces it. Chris Hogan, Aldrick Robinson. It's not a great receiving room. DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel are definitely solid. Could bring in another big one or draft one. And across the offensive line, Darrell Williams is solid. Greg Van Roten needs to be upgraded upon. Matt Paradis is perfect. Trey Turner's great. Taylor Moton is great. This is a good offensive line with good development traits. We should be good to go from this front. Darrell Williams, I believe, only signed a one-year deal, so we're going to need to bring him back. And then defensively, of course, if you guys watched any of my draft coverage leading up, you know I have like this big man crush on Brian Burns because I think he's such a stud, beast player that can do it all. And I think I'll probably end up moving this team to a 4-3. I don't really want to hold on to Dontari Poe. And my connection is so ass that I can't even do anything. But Brian Burns is young. He has a skill point for some reason. And he's newly face scanned into the game, which is cool. Has star or better development, of course. He'll end up moving down to right end, probably. I'm going to have Luke Kuechly at middle linebacker, of course. Shaq Thompson will play outside linebacker. And then we'll pick up another off-the-ball linebacker. Mario Addison's more of an edge anyway. I forgot the Panthers got Gerald McCoy. What we might want to do is figure out Dontari Poe's situation. Because I definitely do not want to hold on to him. And then just move Gerald McCoy to D-tackle. Move K1 Short to D-tackle. Move Mario Addison and Brian Burns down. And we should be good to go. So he's got 2 years remaining. His cap hit is almost 10 per year. I know I'm going to take a cap penalty if I were to cut him right now. I just think it's probably a good move to cut him. It's going to save us in the long run, and we don't need to do anything this year. Let me add him to the trade block. I'll add him to the trade block. And we'll see if anyone wants him. But other than that, I think that's what we're going to do. James Bradbury's good. I think he probably should be a higher overall than Dante Jackson. I'm not going to lie to you. He's pretty underrated, in my opinion. Ross Cockrell's in here as well. And secondary, Trey Boston is a beast. No one wants him. And then Eric Reed as well. Need to upgrade on a lot of these guys, but we do have some good pieces. Bruce Irvin as well. Reminds me of Bobby Bruce from Last Chance U, if you guys watch that show. Huh. This is a 4-3 team. Even if we don't trade Dontari Poe, it's a 4-3 team. It's gonna take so long with this fucking connection, dude. King can afford 20 with the tier 1. Thank you very much, brother. Is Last Chance U a legit league, or is it just a TV show? It's a community college in Kansas / Eastern Mississippi. 2 different schools. And they're in a community college league. I forgot about Vernon Butler, dude. So it's not just like, it's not fake, it's real. Not a Bengal video without a defensive scheme change. You're right about that. That's a fact. I don't watch hockey. Have no interest in it. Put it do, baby. It's good, center. Sorry to disappoint. You think Pittsburgh's an underrated football school? Like Pitt? Not really. Like all time, you mean? We've had some good players there for sure. Shady, Larry Fitz, Dan Marino. But they've never really been ultra competitive. I have a Tampa Bay Lightning hat. That is true. I think it's over there somewhere, actually. I did bring it with me. Dude, get Mario Addison out of here. Super Bowl prediction? I don't know. Aaron Donald at Pitt too, of course. Yeah. Wasn't gonna name everybody. Should have named a couple. How far ahead in Dolphins franchise? I'm in episode 2 of season 2. You want me to tell you my all decade team, all of them? I swear I changed Mario Addison, right? But I've already answered. Are you gonna restart the franchise with a new patch? No. I'm in season 2, man. There's no shot. I don't care about offensive line abilities that much. Feather Dumps with the 13-month resub says, hope all is well. Hey, thanks for the resub. Thank you very much, pal. You're just gonna let this guy run wild in the chat? Yeah, he seems cool. Just talking shit for no reason, like 5 straight messages. My mods are like, I don't want to offend anyone with a ban or timeout. Did I see the Maximum Football trailer? No. Greetings from Switzerland. Hey, how you doing, buddy? It's where you sign Miles Jack in almost every rebuild. I've signed him in very, very few, actually. I've signed him in like maybe 2. I think it's just been like 2 of the last 3 or 4. I hadn't signed him at all prior to those. So, have you only seen 2 rebuilds? Oh, am I a Giants fan? I'm from New Jersey. I don't know if you know, but the Giants play in New Jersey. What Madden Rebuilders do I watch? This is gonna shock you. Nobody. Ooh, what? Okay, so we changed. This is the team for season number 1. Not much has changed other than just the defense. I don't know why I said it like that, but I've changed the scheme. This is more of a 4-3 team anyway, in my opinion. This is going to work a whole lot better. Bruce Irvin, kind of a hybrid player at left outside linebacker, which isn't the worst thing. Brian Burns has moved down. Mario Addison has moved down, and K1 Short and Gerald McCoy have moved over. I'm trying to trade Dontari Poe. If he gets traded, y'all are, of course, going to see that. And then specialist-wise, like, damn, some of this is ass. It really is. I want Curtis Samuel to be my slot, so I'm going to change that. But other than that, I think we're fine. Nice haircut. I need one. I haven't gotten one in a while. Like, probably, well, I guess not a while, but like 3 weeks. I feel like I need one though. Torrey Smith down for Curtis Samuel. Was I gonna make another change? I don't think so. For Curtis Samuel at running back? Yeah, why would I want him at receiver when I can just have him over Christian McCaffrey? It's a good idea. Why do you need a haircut in 3 weeks? Ooh, trade offers for Dontari Poe. I don't like the way it feels. So we could get a 3rd, a 4th, and a 7th. Brandon Carr, no thanks. Giants are offering a 3rd. Ooh, 2nd round pick from the Chargers. I think we have a winner. All right, Dontari Poe is headed to Los Angeles. We'll get a 2nd round pick in return. That's a big, big return for Dontari Poe, in my opinion. And I got to simulate to week 3. I'm going to load in my draft class because this is realistic rebuild. Of course, we got to use the draft class. I made it for a reason, you know. Don't be frustrated. Sound fucking auto. Hey, if you guys are not following, by the way, please hit that follow button. That should be swell. I made a ton of videos on Daniel Jones. Feel free to watch them. How long do you guys think this is going to take to import? Probably a while. Did Grom just homer? That's funny. Think the Giants should tank for Jerry Jeudy? You like think about that question. Eagles TD with the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome back, 19 months in a row. Will I ever do a face of the franchise? Nah, it's kind of boring to me. I did one episode and I kind of was out on it. Don't really need a QB. What do I need? I need safeties. Who we drafted? I don't think I've ever drafted Grant Delpit. So maybe we do that. My Madden 21 wishlist video would be short. It would be make expansion a thing. I don't mean relocation. I mean expansion. I've been asking for this for 2 years. Did draft output what video? At the midseason mark, we are 5-2, actually doing fairly well, sitting atop the NFC South over the Saints, over the Falcons, Buccaneers. We expected to be down there, so that's not exactly a huge shock. So we are doing all right. I think what we're going to do here in player progression, our O-line's good. I want my D-line to progress, specifically Brian Burns, who I'd absolutely love to see Defensive Rookie of the Year. Go home with him. Gerald McCoy is going to be a free agent. Would like to bring him back. He's going to regress a bit, but if I can do it on like a 2-year deal, I'm going to be fine to work out with that. It'll be interesting to see who else is here. I think Darrell Williams will be here for sure. Who else? Trey Boston and James Bradbury, Shaq Thompson. I have no real interest in Chris Hogan or Torrey Smith or Mario Addison or Bruce Irvin. None of those guys. However, Shaq Thompson, James Bradbury, Darrell Williams, Trey Boston even, Gerald McCoy, all must re-signs. How much money are we going to have to make this work? I hope like 60 mil prior to negotiations, 54.6. That'll work. 1-year deal. I'm going to give you 80. I'm going to give you 2. He'll be down to like an 82 overall maybe. So Gerald McCoy resigns. Trey Boston. I'm clicking X, Brody. Maybe 4-year deal. He should be able to still progress a bit. We got to up the money because they never accept if you don't. Usually got to up that salary, but Trey Boston resigns. Darrell Williams might get a little bit expensive because he's a tackle. 5-year deal. And Darrell Williams is going to return. James Bradbury is one of our final 2. What does he want per year? Over 6 still? God, dude. These contracts are getting expensive. Hopefully Shaq Thompson wants under 5. Like, give me like 4.3. That'd be sick. 7? Okay. 7.2. Shaq Thompson has re-signed as well. So we got everyone back that we needed to. I think it is time to simulate to the playoffs. I think we're going to make them as well. Big lag is occurring? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, Eagles, I hate to ask you, but you could just like update people. Like, it's going to lag. It is. Ooh, playoff team. We got the Panthers versus the Eagles. We both went 11-5. We won the division, yet have to play in the wild card. A little bit frustrating, as Cam Newton had a pretty good year. I guess Christian McCaffrey dominated. We had the 9th offense, 2nd defense. This might be a Super Bowl team already, even after year 1. Cam Newton, decent year, 3,800 yards, 27 touchdowns, 13 picks. Rushing, though, I think Christian McCaffrey really did well. Ooh, interesting. About 1,300 yards rushing, 9 touchdowns, but Cam Newton, I guess it kind of fixed quarterback sim rushing stats a little bit here because he had 10 rushing touchdowns. Receiving, tell me DJ Moore went off, but Curtis Samuel in the slot, he went off. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Greg Olsen with 8 touchdowns. DJ Moore only had 1 TD. Still went for over 800 yards, though. Blocking, offensive line held together very nicely. Luke Kuechly had 107 tackles, 5 sacks. 10 tackles for loss from Mario Addison. How many sacks did Brian Butler have? Brian Burns. Only 6. It's going to be tough for him to win Defensive Rookie of the Year with those numbers. Kuechly is just on another level. He really is. I really just wanted Brian Burns to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to be honest with you. I really do. Todd Gurley wins MVP. Mariota, tell me this. How would Marcus Mariota be second in MVP of the 5-11 Titans? Cam Newton at number 10. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Todd Gurley. Cam Newton at number 7. Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. Luke Kuechly in there at number 7. Are we just going to get everybody at number 7? Offensive Rookie of the Year is Kyler Murray. Jordan Scarlett at number 6. So we actually finally don't get a number 7. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year is Devin White. Brian Burns finishes at number 6. You're not gonna win all the awards, or even any of them, it turns out. But our team is up to an 81 overall, 85 offense, 83 defense. We're doing all right. Let's see any meaningful upgrades. Like Cam Newton up to an 87 would be really cool. 86 is fine though. DJ Moore up to an 84. Curtis Samuel is up to an 83 though. He got a ton of XP. Pro Bowl appearance, that'll do it. Greg Olsen up to a 91 even. What about defensively? Kuechly up to a 99. Brian Burns. Did he have superstar dev all along? He must have. That's kind of sick. Brian Burns is going to be the man in this rebuild, I hope. That is my big hope. He's up to an 82. Things are going well. Things are going real well. But can we beat the Eagles in the wild card to advance to the divisional? Answer is yes. 28-25. Can we continue the winning streak and beat the Dallas Cowboys to advance to the conference championship? Answer is... pause here. I don't know how to stall for time. No, we lose 35-14. I forgot to use Coach XP too. A little bit upsetting. But what are you going to do? DB. And let's do QB. I want Cam Newton to develop a little bit more, if that's possible. Let's go ahead and advance to the offseason. And this is actually where you in the chat will have an impact on potentially who we sign. So, let's hear it. Cowboys won the Super Bowl, beat the Colts. Wouldn't be much of a rebuild if I won. That's true. I don't really want to bring anyone back. They regressed a lot. Drew Brees? Yeah, dude. So we're down to a 79 now with morale going down and regression and all that. So I'm going to be interested to see if Cam Newton is regressing at all. I really hope he's not because he's a quarterback and he's only 31. Please. Okay, he didn't regress. Cool, cool, cool. What about defensively? Any development upgrades? I don't think so. Do you guys see any development upgrades? Because I do not. I'm not noticing anything new. Also, Ian Thomas is going to be the man now because Greg Olsen retired. Urban regressed? Oh yeah, big time. He's down to 71. Kendall Fuller would be a good addition. We could use a slot corner. We could. Let's see who's in free agency. We have 31 mil. We could make a big splash with that. Kind of depends who's here. Tyreek Hill, if he's in here, could also be sick. Oh, he's in here. Okay, but so is Hunter Henry. We need a tight end. We need our Greg Olsen replacement. I think Hunter Henry is going to be that. So I'd sign him to a big deal. He's one of the best tight ends in the NFL based on his 88 overall. Shazier's in here. Eric Ebron. Miles Jack. Probably not going to go after him. Yannick Ngakoue. Yannick Ngakoue could be a great pair with Brian Burns. Why would we get Kareem Hunt, out of curiosity? I'd love you to explain that one to me. No left guard. Ooh. Could bring in a left guard and Cody Whitehair. I know it's not going to be Alex Lewis. Now, I feel like I signed Cody Whitehair in about every one of these. But, like, he's good. So, like, what? I don't know. Doing jumping jacks. Is Kendall Fuller here? No. Yannick Ngakoue. Yannick Ngakoue needs a contract. Under 10, man. I'm going to stretch this out. He's way too good to not get an offer. And I'll probably even lower that a bit because 110 is a little bit too much. We just have to. 107's cool. We don't really have a ton more money, though, after that. We have Graham Gano. We're fine. At kicker. At punter, we got Michael Pilardi. We are good to go. You thought Ngakoue was pushing 30? How? He was a rookie like 3 years ago. So we got Hunter Henry, and we got Yannick Ngakoue. 2 gigantic additions to the team. So we have our Greg Olsen replacement immediately. Another nice blonde-haired white tight end. Is that blonde? It's close enough. It's more like brown. My hair used to be blonde, and it's kind of like that color now. Greg Little starting at left guard. That's kind of really bad. But we're going to rock with it. Second round pick out of Ole Miss in 2019 NFL draft. And he plays left guard now. This is like Eric Flowers V2, I swear to God. Same situation now. Now we broke? Yeah, we don't really have any money now. But the team is better. So, you know, you got to weigh your pros and cons. So, here's what we need, right? We need a linebacker, an off-the-ball linebacker. I should be more specific. We need a strong safety. So we basically need a free safety or a strong safety, whichever one, and we can play him as strong safety. We could use another corner. We could use a wide receiver. I think our offensive line is fine. Other than that, off-the-ball linebacker, safety, corner. That's it on defense. And then on offense, it's lineman, receiver. And thankfully, I don't know if you guys knew this receiving class is absolutely stacked. We're going to go ahead and simulate now to the NFL draft and see who we can bring in. What pick will we have? 28 maybe? 26? Something like that? Not 28, but like 26 maybe. Anytime you're ready, game. 26. Okay. Vikings pick at number 1. He'll probably go Chase Young or somebody. Jalen Johnson goes to the Chargers. So CeeDee Lamb's here. We just took him. Laviska Shenault is available. That's an interesting option. We really could use a receiver. The top safeties are off the board at 26. Now, there are still some good corners. Marco Wilson, Jeffrey Okudah. Marco Wilson could be a really good fit. Now, off-the-ball linebackers, Patty Fisher's available. Michael Divinity's available. At wide receiver, there's no real need to take one now just based on the talent at the position. Did I trade for a second next year from the Chargers? I could have. I guess I must have. Albert Okwe-Evenheim is here. We're not going to go O-line. So it's basically like Patty Fisher, Michael Divinity, Marco Wilson, or Lavert Hill, or a receiver. But these guys will stay on the board a little bit longer, and there's a lot of depth here. So I don't really want to go receiver. I think I'm going to go linebacker. It's a bigger position of need. Let's go with Michael Divinity. Let's go Patty Fisher, actually. We're going to go Patty Fisher out of Northwestern. Welcome to the Carolina Panthers. 75 overall. Should go in immediately at that left outside linebacker spot. And maybe we'll even go up to a 76 or 77 overall. And we'll see what's available here at the end of the second round. If Jeffrey Okudah is available, maybe we go for that. I kind of doubt that some of these top cornerbacks are available. I think this pick is probably going to be spent on a wide receiver, depending who's still on the board, as Jalen Reagor goes a pick before us to the Chargers. Henry Ruggs is available. Kendrick Rogers is available. Who's available at corner still? Marco Wilson, I'm going to take him. The fact that Marco Wilson is still on the board here at the end of the second round, I am going to take him. We'll address receiver later if we want to. He is a 73 overall with star or better development. Marco Wilson, welcome to the Carolina Panthers. I'll take that. And I don't care about normal dev on Patty Fisher. He can win Defensive Rookie of the Year as a linebacker pretty easily, I would guess. And he'll go up a dev trade. would be my hope. So that could definitely happen as we pick here at the end of round number 3. Kendrick Rogers is available. That's almost asking for it, right? This is like our, this is a Kelvin Benjamin V2. We'll hope he actually works out. Kendrick Rogers, 70 overall with star or better development. He's got 87 speed, not great route running, but that's not really what he has to do. He's going to be a big jump ball receiver. So Kendrick Rogers, welcome. And that's going to be the end of the draft here in year number 1. We're doing all right. Yeah, star better Eagles with the new update. They took out the glitch that ruins like what the development trade is. No, so it really I don't think we got any X factors if I recall. There are very few X factors in the class per position, and I don't think there are any of those fellers. Need my weapon on me. Yeah, so that was in the title update. Also, I appreciate you guys hanging out in the stream, dealing with some of the lag you might be getting. There shouldn't be any on the video since I'm recording it. I don't know how much editing there's going to be. I feel like it could be kind of cool just to watch the process, even though it's a bit of a longer video. So we've done that before, and you guys have received it really, really well, like on my Raiders rebuild last year. So if you guys enjoy the longer videos, maybe you'll like this video quite a bit. You preferred knowing the traits? You can still find out. If you go into edit player, it probably shows if you wanted to spoil it. It doesn't really change all that much, in my opinion. Marco Wilson is definitely going to be good. Patty Fisher's up to a 77 overall at left outside linebacker. Specialist-wise, Marco Wilson, stick him in the slot. Sub-linebacker, I'm going to do that, even though it's not going to change too much. And then I'm going to make, even though it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, based on ability, I'm going to make Kendrick Rogers my slot receiver. And you guys just saw the team, so that is going to be the team for season number 2. And the reason I'm putting Kendrick Rogers in the slot, I've explained this a lot before, but they just get targeted way more. Check out Curtis Samuel's numbers last year for reference. It just happens all the time. I don't want Jarius Wright getting targets. I'd rather have Kendrick Rogers there. I know he doesn't fit the mold of a typical slot. Why is Jarius Wright back in there? Where did he go? I lost him. There he is. There we go. So even though he's not a great slot, or what you consider to be a classic slot, we're going to rock him in there. I just want him to get more targets. So that's what we're doing. Let's go ahead and simulate now to the mid-season mark. At like week 3, I'll stop it, and I'll preload the 2021 class we've been using. That is viciously overpowered, but I don't really, like, it's what I have to work with. And I can't really download files right now for some reason. It's kind of broken, so I can't change classes. I know a lot of people have been having issues trying to download these files, myself included. So it does kind of suck that it's super overpowered. I have no time to make one for 2021 right now, so y'all will have to excuse me on that one. All regressions overboard? Yeah, it's a little bit strong in this game. Still use default sliders for XP, yeah. So we're gonna turn it off auto real quick. The reason I leave scouting on auto is just when I'm simulating massive amounts of weeks at a time, I'd want to get credit for the scouting. So I'd rather just have the CPU take care of it. They do an okay job, probably not as I would do it, but they do an alright job. So we will load in the class. If you guys ever wonder how to do it, you're like, oh, Bengal, it doesn't give me an option in year 2 or after. What you're going to want to do is click the left stick in, and you can load it up that way after the stuff loads. So obviously my connection's really awful right now. But we'll see in a second here. Do you think the NFL should have a draft lottery? No tanking for Tua, no tanking for Trevor Lawrence, no tanking blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, I don't. I think a draft lottery is bad. It's too random. And a lot of the time, when there is a simply way worse team in the NFL, they deserve the number 1 overall pick. How many teams actually tank? None of them. It's way different in football. It's not like it's basketball where you can just like trade the farm and run everyone better. You got to remember it this way. There are 53 active players on an NFL roster at a given time in the regular season. In basketball, there's like 15. In these ones with the lottery, there are way fewer players. It just doesn't work the same. I'm getting that fiber. Hopefully, when I move into my apartment next week, and then I'll actually be able to stream, and it'll work real well. What else? How long does this take, man? Who's the best college player? Right now, you'd have to probably say Trevor Lawrence. He's a quarterback. He had an incredible freshman year. Have to see what he does. Speaking of the devil, have to see what he does in year number 2, his sophomore year. Chase Young's really good too. Chase Young might be the best player in the 2019 class or 2020 class. But it's tough for me to go with a non-QB when there's such a good QB at the moment. So I showed the team for season 2. Let's just simulate the midseason mark. We're 2-1. Might only do 3 seasons since it's going to be a better team and we're live. Trevor Lawrence next Peyton Manning. Not really a great comp in my opinion. We are 5-2 at the midseason mark. Christian McCaffrey is going to be a free agent. As is, who's in his draft class? What was that, 2017? Curtis Samuel, Taylor Moton, that's right. Cam Newton, also in here. This is an interesting one because Cam Newton's 31. I'll sign him to a 3-year deal easy, though. Now, that's going to hurt our cap a little bit because it's a lot of money. But we needed our QB back. And Christian McCaffrey's not going to be cheap either. He's a 93 overall running back that's just 24 years old. He is actually like a really cheap. Dude, the numbers were glitching there. I don't really know. Why is the cap hit going up with the years? Should spread it out more. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Usually it does not do that. Curtis Samuel will bring back as well. Cam's going to regress. What are we going to draft an 83 overall quarterback to take his place in 1 year? Oh, we straight up don't have any money, huh? I don't have the salary cap room? What do you mean? I'm looking at cap room. I do have it. I have it. Dude, I literally have it. It says cap room. Curtis Samuel is going to be something we deal with at the end of the season. That's all I can say. I don't know what's happening with that glitch, but I'm not liking it. Let me tell you. So, what I would say right now is it's proving to be slightly irresponsible to give a lot of money to Yannick Ngakoue and give a lot of money to, who else did we bring in that year? Who do we sign year 1? Yannick Ngakoue, Hunter Henry, that's it. We didn't really give either of them all that much money though. Like Yannick Ngakoue got a contract about worth about 10 per year. Hunter Henry was only like 7 or 8. Like that's not all that bad. We did make the playoffs, though. We would finish 11-5 in back-to-back years. 10th best offense in the league. Cam Newton is not performing all that well, to be fair. 9th best defense, so a little bit of regression all around from our team as a whole. But still productive enough to go 11-5 in back-to-back years. Christian McCaffrey, fantastic year. Jordan Scarlett even got a little bit involved. Receiving, Hunter Henry had a big year for us. 69 receptions. Nice. Kendrick Rogers got 49 catches, 573 yards, 6 touchdowns. Kind of a weird year. I'm shocked he didn't have more catches playing in the slot. I really am. Next year, he's not going to play in the slot, obviously. Hopefully, that leads to him winning Offensive Rookie of the Year, but we'll have to see. Luke Kuechly's tackles aren't anything crazy. Show me a bunch of sacks for Brian Burns. 5.5. Dude. Ugh, that's so frustrating. His overall, like his power move, finesse move, whatever his dominant rush move is in the game, should lead to more sacks in simulation. It is so stupid that it doesn't. Cam Newton finishes at 10 in MVP. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Matt Ryan. Cam Newton at number 7. Defensive Player of the Year is Aaron Donald. That makes sense. Kamu Grugier-Hill, a special teamer, is 3rd in Defensive Player of the Year for the Giants. I guess he starts now. Offensive Rookie of the Year is, show me Kendrick Rogers. It's Jake Fromm. Kendrick Rogers at number 2. No. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Dylan Moses. Marco Wilson at 4. Patty Fisher at 6. Little bit of a disappointing year for awards again. We're up to an 84 overall though. 87 offense, 87 defense. Case Keenum, quarterback of the Giants, was an Offensive Player of the Year. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. That's wild. What are we going to do here? O-line? Yeah, why not? Let's see who we face in the divisional. We get a first round bye, so that works out very nicely. Ooh, NFC South matchup. Let's check out the team. I know we're not going to see any development upgrades at this point, probably, but we'll be able to see what Kendrick Rogers has, what Marco Wilson has, because I genuinely do not know at this point. Kendrick Rogers has star. He's up to a 77 overall now after I spend this point, though. We're doing well. He's developing well. It was a really good decision to start him. He got a ton of XP. I wonder if he made the Pro Bowl. Because he went up a lot. Did not. Don't really see any development upgrades at all. Not entirely shocking, though. Brian Burns up to an 85. Marco Wilson has star as well. I want to draft these superstars, man. Patty Fisher's up to an 80, which is nice, even though he only has a normal dev. CPU will handle the upgrade. Imagine if Patriots get Trevor Lawrence in the 2021 NFL Draft. How would they manage that? He's going to be the first pick if he declares for the NFL Draft. I would almost guarantee it. He's a quarterback. He's one of the best we've seen in a long time. So I guess they trade up, but let's see if we can beat the Falcons in the divisional. Please. No, we lost. 35-14. Deja vu, man. I think we lost 35-14 last season. I might change the offensive scheme going into year 3. That's upsetting. Season 3 is going to be at least a conference championship year, I would bet. Or at least I hope. Browns win the Super Bowl. Guess what? I'm changing to Browns offense. Has to happen. It's the only way you can win games. You just got to go Browns offense. They have a balanced attack. Baker Mayfield goes off every year. Never wins MVP from what I've seen. All right, so I almost never change this part because the scheme doesn't really matter. The scheme doesn't matter. It's just XP based. What only matters is the playbook. Jesus, dude. So you could go multiple power run, but I would do just whatever has the highest scheme fit on players that you need. So I might as well just go for, like, what is that, West Coast spread or something like that. It was a 75% scheme fit. So why not? Here's the problem, and this really is a problem. We do not have money, apparently, because it wouldn't let me re-sign Curtis Samuel. And now we've got to make a tough decision. Who's more valuable, Curtis Samuel or Taylor Moton? We have no money. I'm going to be able to franchise tag one of them. Where is all of our money going to? Newton. Gerald McCoy is going to have to get cut. Got to cut Gerald McCoy. I'm sorry. He was eating a lot of money. Had to happen. Eric Reed has to get cut. 10 mil? Are we serious for Eric Reed? Got to get cut. I'll eat the penalty. Has to happen. That freed up a lot of cap, though. Trey Boston's here. Jerry is right. Dude, what are some of these contracts? Jerry is right does not deserve 3 mil per year. Ted Larson can get cut, too. Tyler, I guess this is his brother. Ted Larson is an offensive lineman in the NFL. All right. Now, are we going to have the money to re-sign these guys or no? I hope so. I hope that cleared up enough. A little bit. Tell me that makes me able to... I don't have... What do you mean I don't have the salary cap room, dude? You're telling me I have cap room. Blackballing Eric Reed? He's not good. That's the thing. All right, Taylor Moton resigns. Okay, that's huge because now we can just defer this over the next year. Watch this. I'll offer him like nothing. He's going to decline, and then I'll franchise tag. So it's 18 mil per year for Curtis Samuel. And you're like, realistic? That doesn't make any sense. I'm just tagging him so I can keep him. Relax. That's all we're doing there. Yeah, but usually would let you sign him, Eagles. It's not so much to where, like, oh, you gotta have so much money for draft picks. I think it's already factored in. Yeah, Eric Reed's gonna sue me. He's like, oh, it's not that I'm not that good that I don't want to be signed. It's like, oh, Bengal, you're making a political statement. I'm really not. He's average. He definitely deserves to be in the league, and he is. He's not a top safety. He's a cap casualty. That's just how it is. Yeah, how about we start this draft? Might be season 3, the third and final. All right, Eagles pick at number 1 overall. That makes sense. They get Trevor Lawrence. The Eagles get Trevor Lawrence. Oh my God. That's interesting. I'd love to see what you guys think about that one. Justin Fields go to the Bears. Justin Fields to the Bears. They're done with Mitch. Okay, so what do we want here? We don't really have a whole lot of holes, right? We need a safety. We're going to take Jaden Lars Woodby out of Florida. Great combine, great top skills. He is a 78 overall. This draft class is ridiculously overpowered. He's got star or better development, 91 speed, 70 zone, 95 hit power, 85 tackle. And there's our new starting strong safety, I guess. In Jaden Lars Woodby. Yeah, he would be good. Or maybe it's Woodbay, and that kind of ruins that joke, but... I don't really want to take a receiver, but there's so many good ones. There really are. I would specifically lean towards Amon-Ra St. Brown. And then, okay, hold on. If we take Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's a monster, by the way. If we take Amon-Ra St. Brown, we don't even have to re-sign Curtis Samuel, potentially. We're going to take Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's a 74 overall. Should be higher, honestly, if the rest of this class is so overpowered. He's got star or better development. Good speed. Probably should have way better route running. If you guys get a chance to watch any USC games this year, I'm telling you, Amon-Ra St. Brown is a treat to watch. He is such an incredible talent. He is so, so good. Kellen Mond in here. Let's take Jackson Kirkland out of Washington. Why not? 70 overall hidden development. We definitely could start him over Greg Little. He looks okay. Nothing crazy. We'll do one more pick in the third. USC sucks. No one watching them? Well, they sucked last year. They've got a bunch of like 4- and 5-star recruits now that are going to play, that are either going to be freshmen, true freshmen playing, or sophomores, like JT Daniels at quarterback, like Amon-Ra St. Brown. USC is a team worth watching this year, in my opinion. All the free safeties are gone. Leon O'Neal, low-key, looks pretty good. I need a defensive tackle. Kyrus Tonga looks kind of nasty out of BYU. A- block shed. 69 overall. Nice. Nice. We're going to simulate to the end of the draft. I think it's the wrong name. Thought it was Equinemius St. Brown. Is that a joke or no? I think it's a joke. I hope it is. There are 3 brothers. If anyone doesn't know, even if that is a joke by Antonio, who should know that Equinemius St. Brown's on the Packers. There are 3 brothers. There's Amon-Ra St. Brown, who goes to USC. There's Osiris St. Brown, who goes to Stanford. And there's Equinemius St. Brown, former Notre Dame standout, that is in the NFL right now. Yeah, they got some interesting names. We're up to an 85 overall, though. 89 offense, 85 defense for what should be the final season. Some creative-ass parents. Well, their last name was actually Brown. Like, the dad's name, I think, is John Brown. I'm not even joking. I think it's John Brown. Something very close to that. And he changed his name to St. Brown, or for his kids to St. Brown, and gave them all ridiculous names. Okay, so Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to play a lot. Over Kendrick Rogers, honestly. He's just going to fit better, and he's going to play in the slot. I'm going to start Kirkland at left guard because he's going to develop faster. Defensively, Lars Woodby starts at strong safety. That's great. Marco Wilson is going to start over James Bradbury because of his higher development. Just has to happen. And then specialist, Amon-Ra St. Brown in the slot. Perfect. That's exactly why I took him. Marco Wilson in the slot. Perfect. James Bradbury on the outside to be a boundary cornerback. This is going to be a really, really good third and final season. I hope you guys are excited as I am. This should be very, very good. Tight end training boost. Why the H not, brother? I really shouldn't have. I should have waited for wide receiver. For Amon-Ra St. Brown. All the different languages? Yeah. Amon-Ra St. Brown commit to USC in a different language. I think it was French. I can't remember, but Patty Fisher up to start? Yeah, let's check to see if anyone else made any changes. I didn't even notice. How we doing? DJ Moore up is Bennett star. Curtis Samuel, Bennett star. Everyone in here is star or better. Defensively, though, apparently Patty Fisher went up to star. Yep. No one else changes, which is fine. That's fine. This is a good team. I'm really hoping that this team has what it takes. We're just going to do a quick little update at the midseason mark and then simulate to the playoffs. No, Amon-Ra is an Egyptian name. Yeah. Egyptian mythology. Amon-Ra was the name of a pharaoh, actually, too. They're all Egyptian. Except for, I don't know what Equanimous is. We're 4-3 at the midseason mark. Luke Kuechly's going to be a free agent. We're actually not winning the NFC South right now. We need to up it. We need to up the ante. We're at 87 overall, 91 offense, 87 defense. This is a really good team. Can we win enough games to make the playoffs? If we don't make the playoffs, I'll do a fourth season, obviously, but we'll see how it goes. Brent Burns, O'Brien. I think I called him something stupid earlier. We're 10-6. We have the Saints, who went 10-5-1, barely better than us in the NFC South. We'll check out the stats. Offense, 18th in the NFL. Not great. Defense, 24th. How is this a playoff team? Just based on numbers. But it's not always about numbers, because the Chargers, I saw a great video on SB Nation, done by the wonderful John Boyce and company. Peter Rubenstein? Not Peter. Alex Rubenstein, I believe. On their little show Dorktown. It's a great show, and they did a thing about the Chargers in 2010, how they had the first ranked defense and the first ranked offense and did not make the playoffs due to their horrific special teams. Amon-Ra St. Brown had a pretty good year. Defensively, Luke Kuechly had 5 picks, so did Marco Wilson. Show me Brian Burns for sacks. 11.5, I'll take it, man. Finally in double-digit territory. This defense was actually really, really good at creating turnovers. Yet we just didn't rank that highly. MVP went to Mitchell Trubisky of the 12-4 Patriots, of course. Of course. What's happening? NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Zeke. Cam Newton at 2. Did I miss him for MVP? Okay, I don't know. I don't know anymore, man. Defensive Player of the Year is Reuben Foster. Luke Kuechly at number 2. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Show me Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's not. Finishes at 5. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year is Mohamed Sanogo, who seems to win it every year that I've done this. Jaden Lars would be at number 4. No other Panthers. 80% completion. Sim's broken. That's all you need to know. All right. Can we beat the Saints? I told you guys, I promised you at least a conference championship in this season. Don't make me a liar, game. Don't make me a liar. Please. Please. Don't lose to the Saints. Yes. We beat them 28-14. Dude, that was nerve-wracking. That really was. That really was nerve-wracking. We are into the divisional. We're probably going to lose in the divisional again. Amon-Ra St. Brown is superstar dev, though, fun fact. He's up to an 80. So we definitely made the right decision there. Defensively, Lars Woodby has superstar X Factor. Okay. Yo, this team kind of nasty. I'm not going to lie to you. I wouldn't lie to you. All right, can we beat the Rams? I'm going to upgrade our players quickly if we have any leftover XP. Any leftover skill points. Can we advance the conference championship? Please. Please. I would love to. Fisher up to start. Yeah, we saw that. We beat them 28-14. And we got my favorite team, the New York Giants, in the conference championship to advance to the Super Bowl. We're not going to mess around. We're going to go straight there. I've got a bad feeling we're going to lose. I feel like I saw the Giants logo pop up right as we hit Sim. I felt like we lost. No, we won. I guess it was just a weird thing. Panthers, Ravens in Tampa Bay. Okay, baby. We got a Super Bowl team here in the Carolina Panthers. Here in year number 3, the third and final season. 93 offense, 89 defense. One of the better teams we built. One of the best for sure. I think that 2021 OP draft class helps out a lot. I really think it does. Because we replaced Eric Reed and better by a lot. Like, Amon-Ra St. Brown's up to an 81. That 2021 class is just too stacked. Brian Burns up to an 88. This is a squad. This is a squad. Now, what's the overall of the Ravens? Probably won't even be close. It's probably gonna be like 82. That'd be my guess. 84. All right. 84 to 88. We are the 88 overall. Does that mean anything? Can we actually beat them? Baltimore is a great running back at QB. You're right. You are damn right about that, boy. Kenny Young's at an 80. Mark Ingram at an 80. Who else is in here? Well, you may never know. Come on now. Oop. First quarter action. Baltimore strikes first, but we answer with a quick touchdown. Defense not doing too much on either side of the game. But we're up 17-14, either side of the field, I should say, either side of the sideline. I don't know. It's 20-17, 27-17. Baltimore right back in it, though. 34-20. Can we beat the Ravens and be Super Bowl champions? Yes. We have won the Super Bowl 34-27 over the Baltimore Ravens. This time, John Harbaugh, in his return to the Super Bowl, is unsuccessful. Riverboat Ron, who's not, I guess, not even a part of this team. Carolina Panthers win the Super Bowl. Who is the Super Bowl MVP? I want to see guesses in the chat. Show me guesses. Show me guesses in the chat. Who do you guys think won Super Bowl MVP? Of course, I did mention I am live here. It's Cam Newton. Not a bad guess if anyone guessed that. 228 yards, 3 touchdowns. I'm seeing no guesses for Newton. No one's gonna take the quarterback? Matt Paradis? Yeah, his center won it. But yeah, that was a very successful rebuild. It was fun to do it on stream. A little bit sucky that it was so laggy. But that is going to do it for this video. I do stream on Twitch pretty often when I can. So I definitely would appreciate you guys hitting me up with a follow in there. Remember to use code SeatGeek if you're not, or nope, code Bengal on SeatGeek if you're not already to save yourself $20 when you buy tickets for anything. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.